left to show the host family, you know, whoever's hosting the dinner, that you're full and you've had enough, and you finishing all the food on the plate shows that you're you finishing the plate shows that you're still hungry and you need more. And that's like, you know, host family doesn't want, they don't want to provide, you know, hospitality and stuff like that. And yeah, and in my culture, if you leave something on the plate, it's like, bro, why are you wasting the food? So it's different. And so in Japan, I was telling these students, like, you know, there's a lot of cultures in this country, in Canada, so you gotta adjust your expectations. You know, not everyone's gonna react the same. You gotta you gotta, you know, have your expectations set right, and, like, you know, your mindset, your positive attitude, your heart and stuff like that. Just telling them about that stuff. And so yeah, they were like, it's pretty cool. So I've never been to Canada, but, you know, I feel like it's pretty similar. You know, all Western countries are pretty similar, I feel like. Maybe not. Maybe they're more Americanized. Yeah. I wonder, have you guys been to another country and experienced their culture and stuff? Oh, there's like one more thing where one big thing that I noticed was coming to Japan compared to New Zealand. New Zealand is really laid back. Like, we're really chill. Like, work attire, it's really, you know, you can pretty much wear whatever you want. It's not as strict as Japan. Like, for example, at work, everybody's like wearing suits and stuff. Like, most people are wearing suits. But in New Zealand, we're wearing like we wear dress shirts and stuff, but we don't tuck it in, you know. It's really like relaxed, laid back. Some people wear shorts and stuff when it's summer, and we don't really care. Nobody really takes notice. Some of the teachers wear jeans to work. Yeah, some, like, I had this one teacher. He was my homeroom teacher, form teacher, and he wore slides to school. He wore like sandals, like jandals and stuff. It was pretty funny. He was a pretty cool guy. He was like really athletic as well. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But, you know, it shows like you don't really care about dresses, how we dress. In Japan, like anything, you kind of have to dress well, like formally. Oh man, I was supposed to be in the goal. Oh, that's in my goal. Yeah, so I was telling these kids, you know, you gotta have a good mindset, you know. And I was telling them about introvert and extrovert, because, you know, like people prefer one or the other, but, you know, if you're going to another country, you kind of have to push yourself, extrovert yourself, to experience new things and talk to new people. It's really easy to just like lock yourself into your room or whatever and not really do anything. And yeah, like, I noticed that in Japan, where there's a lot of other teachers, like other foreign teachers, they come here and they just kind of don't meld with the community, you know. They just kind of stay at home, don't do anything, they just chill on, you know, video games or whatever. And it's like they're missing out, you know. They're missing out on culture, missing out on a lot of things. It's like one thing to sightsee and like stuff like that, but it's another thing to actually be in the culture, like living the way Japanese people are living or something, you know. Yeah, so oh, it's a goal. Nice, we tied it up. It's a pretty tense game. Right. So these 3 Japanese students, we did a roleplay where 2 of them pretend to be part of the host family, and 1 person pretends to be the exchange student. Well, they are exchange students, but you know, roleplay. And they were really awkward, you know. They're like, "Hi, how are you?" And they'll be like there for 20 seconds, just staring at each other. So like, you gotta teach them how to extrovert themselves, you know, be more energetic, I guess. Oh, what a block! I myself, I feel like I'm more introverted. Like, I think I'm more, yeah, introverted in nature. I prefer to be alone. Oh, thank you. I prefer to be more alone. Like, I enjoy alone time. Alone time. It gives me a lot of energy. But when I'm like out, hanging out with friends and, you know, trying to socialize and stuff, and it drains me pretty hard. I get tired pretty quickly. Oh, he's air dribbling. Oh my goodness. He missed the boost. And banger! Oh, I missed. I'll take all this. He takes that. He messes up. And then I take a goal. Oh, I missed. It's okay because I can score anyway. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of people have a misconception about what being an introvert or extrovert is. It's not that you're one or the other and you're not the other. You know, you can be an introvert, but you can extrovert yourself, you know what I'm saying? There was this one course that I did in uni, and she explained it really well. She was like, so the teacher, she was an extrovert. She gets energy off talking to other people. She gets energy when she goes to parties and stuff like that. Whereas her husband, he gets drained. You know, he gets really drained every time they have a meeting, like at work. Every time he has a meeting or, you know, has to network or socialize at work, he gets really, really drained. But in her line of work, she has to introvert herself a little bit. She has to kind of like take a back seat, you know, relax, calm down, you know, focus on the work, like on her you know, alone time. And you know, you practice that. And her husband is introverted, but he has to extrovert himself. He has to, you know, push himself to talk to other people. He has to, you know, he has to push himself to talk to other people, and he gets really drained. But his line of work requires him to talk, to, you know, socialize a lot. So, you know, he practices it and he's really good at it, to the point where other people think he's an extrovert, but in actual fact he's a really quiet, you know, not quiet, but you know, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm explaining it wrong. I hope everyone understands. I think it makes sense. Yeah, and I feel like I'm the same way. I'm introverted, but because I'm a teacher in Japan, I have to make up for, you know, I have to make up for the communication, like lack of communication, by extroverting myself in order to explain what I'm trying to say. So, you know, one example is I can't just say, oh, you know, this is what I'm trying to say. I have to use gestures, I have to use my hands and my body language to explain what I'm trying to talk about, because most people don't, in Japan, most people don't know what I'm talking about. I have to repeat myself a bunch of times. It's tiring, man. It's tiring every day at work. It's rough. But it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. It's very fun. It's very amazing. Okay, I'm back out. Got trampoline jelly. That sounds like a fun adventure park. Just control this. Get a 50. I think I can double it. No, I can't. Oh, nice. I recently came across this question. Somebody asked, do you guys think there's an afterlife? Like, is there like, you know, heaven or earth, or, you know, in the Vikings, Valhalla, or whatever, you know, what is it, Norse? Is it Norse? It's not Norse, is it? Greek? I don't know. Something like that. Valhalla and whatnot. Afterlife. Traditionally, we think like heaven and earth, right? I mean, heaven and hell. There's not, can be other stuff, like, you know, anything. I think there's gotta be something out there, right? There's gotta be like something more to this. You can't just die and back out. Doesn't make any sense. I feel like. I actually believe in God. I think he explains a lot. God explains a lot of what's going on in the world. God as in a Christian God. There's a lot of religions, so I think most of the world believe in a God in some form or another. Yeah, I think so. Like Christians make up like 2 billion. Muslims make up 2 billion and a bit. You know, Hindus make up a pretty big population. I think most of the world believe in religion. There's only a small minority that believe in that don't believe in God. And I think they all, like, most of the people who don't believe in God are like in the Western countries. Actually, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's true. Because we got like communists and stuff there. They don't believe in God. Oh, nice. How did I demo that person? I didn't even see him. Yeah, I was asked once, like, I was told that there was no evidence for God. I was like, what? Sure there is. Like, there's one thing that I came across. So I study philosophy. And in philosophy, you talk about like philosophy of religion, philosophy of law, philosophy of ethics, and all that stuff. You know, metaphysics. Just cover a lot. Philosophy of mind. You talk about like, can AI actually have like minds like human beings? Like, are they like sentient? So we talk about that stuff. And I studied. One of my majors was theological religious studies. So I study like different religions and like their culture and how they do things and what they think about, you know, certain things. And in my philosophy major, so I had a double major, philosophy and theological religious studies. And in philosophy we have you know, debates. We have debates, philosophy of politics, just listing all the stuff I've studied. But in this one course, philosophy of religion, we talk about like the evidence and like the logic of God, having God and not having God. And one of the arguments that was presented was